Listen to me. Stop what you're doing and listen. You're running out of time. You think your big break, your one golden opportunity, is somewhere off in the distant future, don't you? Maybe in 2 years, maybe 5. You couldn't be more wrong. Your moment could be 6 weeks away, and right now, you're not even close to being ready for it. A young man told his granddad he was graduating in 2 weeks. He was so proud, so excited, but his granddad passed away before he even got to walk across that stage. Now, let me ask you this. Who in your life is going to be gone before they ever get to see you shine? Who won't get to see you smash your goals and prove everyone wrong? Who won't be there to enjoy the rewards of all your hard work with you? One day you'll be great. I don't doubt that, but you think you've got time. You think life will just wait for you to get your act together. I'm telling you, you deserve to be great, right now. But some of you, you'll never have it, you'll never be it, and you'll never do it. Why? Because you're just sitting there, waiting for the phone to ring, waiting for someone to hand you an opportunity on a silver platter. That chance to get your mom out of the neighborhood she has lived in her whole life and into a place she truly deserves. That chance could come in the next 6 months. You're new at your job, and you're thinking, it's all right. I've just started. I've got forever to make my mark. Listen to me, and listen closely. You could be at that same job in 10 years, even 20, but the opportunity you need, that one big opening, is about to happen. Someone's about to leave for a better position. Someone's about to quit. Someone's about to get sacked. And when that door flies open, you will not be ready to walk through it. The question is, will you be prepared when your moment finally arrives? You are running out of time. To reach the highest levels of success, you need a certain kind of determination, a relentless resilience. You need that ability to get knocked down flat on your face and bounce straight back up, hungrier than before. It's all about being prepared beforehand, so that when the opportunity comes, you're already waiting for it. It's not about sitting on the sofa, playing video games with your phone next to you, hoping someone will call and change your life. That's not how this works. It's about preparation. We're getting ourselves ready, just in case the opportunity shows up. I don't want to be practicing when the big game starts. I want to have put in the hours before, so when my chance comes, I can hit it out of the park. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Who you are in the match is who you were on the training ground. And if you haven't bothered to train, then when it's time to play, your performance is going to look like a messy practice session. You heard me. It's about what you do in the off-season. It's about putting in the graft when nobody is watching. So when the season starts, you are absolutely ready to go. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I see myself as a professional athlete, so whether there's a game scheduled or not, I get up and I put the work in. I had a young lad call me last week. He said, "Mate, thank you. I got up at 5 this morning and I was practicing my football skills." But then he said, "Guess what? That's not even the important part. I'm not on the team. I didn't even make the squad, but I am still getting up at 5 o'clock every single morning, training as if I did." You see, there are 2 types of people in this world. There are those who only get ready for big events, and when the event doesn't happen, they don't show up either. And then there's another group. The hungry ones, the ones who want it as badly as they want to breathe. And for them, it doesn't matter if there's an event on or not. They're getting up. Whether there's a clear opportunity or not, they're getting up, getting dressed, getting out there and forcing it to happen. Are you really hearing what I'm telling you? I don't plan for events anymore. I plan because it's part of the process. I do the work because I'm a professional. I do it because I create my own luck. You don't have to rely on anyone else to pull you up from being average. It's all on you. If I were to ask you right now what your biggest challenge is, you'd know the answer. You're not stupid. You know exactly what it is. You just don't fight it. At what point are you going to stand up and fight against that lazy nature inside you? You know you have the power to be great. It is in you. You are more than capable. You have to understand that if you stay average, if you settle for just being good, you will never, ever get to where you're veteran. I'm challenging you to fight it. We all get the same 24 hours in a day. What makes some of us average, some of us good, And some of us truly great has nothing to do with the family you were born into. It's got nothing to do with your bank account. It has everything to do with how you command your own life. People act as if growing up in a rich household automatically makes you a winner. Mate, we can all point to people who grew up with wealth and are a complete mess. They make terrible decisions. They end up on drugs. Tragically, some even take their own lives. It doesn't matter where you come from. If you don't activate the greatness inside of you, your environment is irrelevant. It's all about your mindset. When I look back, I realize I had a victim's mindset. Everything was about somebody else. All the anger, all the frustration, all the hurt. It was all blame. I was convinced that the responsibility for my success was in someone else's hands. I never even realized that I was exactly where I was because of who I was. I was getting the physical results of my own thoughts, my own feelings, my own emotions. I was creating my own failure, and didn't they even know Italiana? I thought my mom created it. I thought my father created it. Then it hit me. No. Asterisk, you, asterisk, created this. I'll tell you. The moment I understood that you are the common denominator in all of your problems, everything changed. Once that penny dropped, it was like, right, okay, you've got some apologizing to do. Mate, and I'll tell you, the hardest thing I've ever done. Someone asked me that the other day. The single hardest thing I have ever done was to look myself in the mirror and tell myself that I was sorry. The person you see now is the person who looked himself right in the eye and said, look, you owe yourself an apology. You owe yourself a change. You need to be taught. You need to be trained. You need to become a better human being. That was one of the most difficult days of my life. Admitting my own faults, correcting myself, and then moving forward by asking, right, what are we going to do from this point on? I used to blame everyone else. Why? Because it was easier to put it all on my mom and dad than for me to have to do the actual work. What I didn't realize back then is that when you blame someone else, whether you mean to or not, you are literally giving them the keys to your life. You're saying that because they did or didn't do something, they're in control. They've got the keys. Feel this word. Vision. It means the ability to see the final outcome before you even get started. That's what I need you all to do for me. Don't get so bogged down in counting the cost, worrying about all the things you IAB to do. No, I want you to see the vision. I want you to see the whole picture in your mind, and then we're gonna walk right into it. I had a vision of getting my qualifications, a vision of getting a degree, a vision of traveling the world. None of it just happened on its own. I had to see it first, and I'm trying to tell you, if I can do it, anyone can do it. But it's not about working harder. It's about being more disciplined with your mindset. You're already in pain from your past, so you might as well get a reward for it. Look, everything you're saying about your past is probably right. But why go through the rest of your life carrying the weight of what people did to you when you were younger? Why live with it for the next 40 or 50 years? All the things you said were true. Your dad wasn't there. Your mom did this. This person did that to you. I get it. But why would you let them destroy the rest of your life? Why would you let them own you? Why would you allow that thing they did to you back then to define everything you do from now on? The pain was real. I'm not denying that. We all go through pain. For some of us, that pain becomes the tombstone on our grave. For others, it becomes a scar, a reminder of a battle we won. And we go on to live a life full of rewards. You have to deal with all of that stuff. Because when you get to the next level, you're not practicing anymore. You've either got it or you don't. You don't even realize it's a blessing that you're not there yet. Because if you got what you wanted right now, most of you would probably lose it all. They looked at the most successful men and women in the world, and they found they all had about 7 or 8 things in common. One of the biggest was a routine. They are absolutely obsessed with their routine. They don't have a single gap of wasted time. I realize the reason I'm successful now, and the reason I don't get into trouble like I used to, is because my old schedule had so many gaps in it. It was an open invitation for chaos. Now, there's no room. It's not that I'm a better person than anyone else. It is just that trouble can get to me, because all my time is accounted for. And by the time it finds a spare moment, I'm asleep. I'm too tired to mess up, honestly. At the end of the day, temptation might whisper, hey, you should. And I'm just like, mate, I'm knackered. Come back tomorrow, my body told me. All you have to do is put your trainers on. That's the hardest part. Just put your trainers on, and I'll do the rest. I can't put them on for you, but just get them on your feet and go so. Yehoost went. I was on the treadmill, on a steep incline, just walking for an hour. I was thinking to myself, you know what? It's almost been an hour. I really don't feel like running. But my body was like, don't worry about that yet. We'll get to it. When the hour was up, I was about to get off, and my body just said, right, we're running now. I said, what? No, we're running now. Let's go. You're not tired. I argued, I am tired. No, you're not. You just walked for an hour. Your brain is telling you some daft rubbish. If you were truly tired, you couldn't have done that. So let's do this. Just run for 2 minutes. I'm trying to help someone right now break through to a whole new level. The reason you keep hitting the snooze button is because you always hit the snooze button. It's your default setting. All you have to do is stop doing it once, then twice, and soon you'll stop doing it for good. All you have to do is stop complaining, and you'll stop being a complainer. All you have to do is stop spending every penny you have and start saving it. Listen to me. I became a millionaire not because I started making more money. I became a millionaire because I was told that millionaires live off just 30% of their income. Let me make it plain for you. I got rich because I did what rich people did. I stopped living off 100% of my wages. Primero paid my dues. And then I told myself, right, you've only got 20% left to play with. Put the rest away. So the very first thing I did to become wealthy was what the wealthy told me to do. Put 6 months of your earnings to one side. So I did. I got it done. Then someone else told me, you need to have 100 grand saved. So I said, all right, 100 grand it is. Then someone else said, you need to get your credit score up to 800. All right, let's get it sorted. Then someone told me, if you want to be on the same stage as the greatest speakers in the world, you can't do it without having the language they have. You need to go and get a master's and PhD from a top-tier institution. I said, what? I went to a community college. They said, yeah, but you didn't learn the language of the global elite there. You need to go to a world-class university. Now, do you ever see my degrees hanging up in my office or at my house? No, I didn't go there. To get a piece of paper, I went there to learn the language of the majority, the language of power. Listen very closely. When you get a proper job, if you want to get paid and get promoted, you never say no. You'll never say something can't be done. Don't you ever let those words come out of your mouth. Even if, in your heart, you think it's impossible. You don't say it out loud. You let the broke folks say that. You let the people who are first in line to be fired say that. You always say, it can be done. Even if you have no idea how, you just say it and figure it out. Every time I put on a dress shirt, I feel powerful. People say, you're dressed for success, and I think is putting on a shirt and tie. What dressing for success is, I'm dressed for success because I'm getting paid, because I'm in control. I'm not dressed like someone else. I'm dressed in a way that makes me feel comfortable. I feel good being me. And you know what? Feels even better. Not only can I say no to things now, but I don't have to explain why I said it anymore. It feels good being me, because I can never be truly great trying to be you. The majority of you are poor because you consume poor things. You read poor stuff. You watch poor stuff. You just scroll through social media as if you don't have a life. Some of you are on Instagram for 30 minutes straight, and if I asked you what you just saw, you wouldn't even be able to tell me. You're just scrolling. Rich people do not waste time. They realize it is their most important commodity. They don't watch a lot of telly. They don't do a lot of mindless entertainment. If they're not working, they're studying their craft and getting better at it. You have to stop having a poverty mindset. When I quit my job to become an entrepreneur, my mom was panicking. What are you doing? She said. I'm quitting, I told her. She said, don't you dare quit. You'll embarrass me. You've got a wife and kids. Does this new venture have a pension? Does it come with health insurance? And I had to say, Mom, I love you, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful, But you can't teach me how to be a millionaire, because you're not one. You come from the working class, and I'm not knocking you for it. We wouldn't be where we are without you. But you always told me that every generation is supposed to do better than the last. So I'll take your values, but I can't take your work ethic. Because rich people don't work for money, they think for it. Poor people go and clock in, thinking, I make this much an hour. Rich people go, I put them to work, and I make this much an hour from them. You see, you're working for yourself and your family. That's one stream. They've got 40 of you working at the same time. They're giving you a tiny slice and keeping the massive chunk for themselves, multiplied by thousands of people. So you have to decide, are you going to keep being one of the 99%, or are you ready to be part of the 1%? It doesn't make a blind bit of difference where you come from. High school dropout, it doesn't matter. Got your qualifications late, it doesn't matter. Became a parent at 17, it doesn't matter. Took 12 years to get a 4-year degree, it doesn't matter. You know what makes the difference? When you decide to become part of that 1%. That's when I started thinking like, acting like, behaving like one of them. So I went to every single class. And when the lecturers were talking, they thought I was just taking notes. I wasn't. I was listening to how they formed their sentences. I was listening to how they told stories. I realized their way of thinking was much more structured. In the corporate world, it's a B, C, D. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's topic, body, support, conclusion. I realized I needed their language if I was going to compete. I needed their rules if I was going to compete. I needed their codes. The problem with most of you is you don't have a 1% language. You've got a poverty language. There was a whole new vocabulary I needed to learn. Did that mean I had to abandon the way I already spoke? Absolutely not. Don't be average. For real. Whatever it is you do it properly. Take a different perspective, but listen to me very closely. The problem I have with most people is that if I told you what it truly takes, most of you would die of exhaustion. You would pass out before you even earned your first 1,000 quid. You just don't have the heart for it. You don't have the stamina. You simply couldn't take what it really takes. For those of you who don't know your history, when people were brought over here as slaves, they weren't moved to a nice seaside town. They were put in the deep south of America, in Mississippi, in Alabama. It was scorching hot, and they didn't quit. They didn't give up. They said, we are going to get through this for the next generation. Think about our brothers and sisters from Latin America who were migrant workers, picking fruit in that heat. There was no air conditioning, and you complain about the stuff you think is hard. You have no idea. Your time is coming. Keep believing. Keep fighting. Don't just watch. Go out and prove them wrong. Thank you for being part of the journey. If you liked it, please like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.